I've come to the conclusion that the circumstances dictate that in the interest of the Honourable Deputy President, the government, our young democratic system and our country, it would be best to release Honourable Jacob Zuma from his responsibilities as Deputy President of the Republic and member of the Cabinet.
Arguably the climax of a turbulent era for Jacob Zuma. In 2005, he was sacked after his then close associate and financial advisor, Schabir Shaik, was found guilty of fraud and corruption charges. 6 days later, the National Prosecuting Authority charged Deputy President Jacob Zuma with fraud and corruption charges over his alleged role in the illicit 30 billion rand arms deal.
The number of votes received by Comrade Jacob Zuma, 2,329.
All this happened in the build-up to the infamous ANC Polokwane elective conference in 2007, where he defeated his political nemesis, Thabo Mbeki. That paved Zuma's path to the union buildings. But his legal battles escalated with charges of fraud, money laundering and racketeering. But in 2009, the same year he was sworn in as President of the Republic, the charges against him were dropped. In 2011, Zuma announced the establishment of a commission of inquiry into the arms deal, which was headed by Judge Willie Seriti. But the inquiry, which began its hearings in August 2013, was seen as a whitewash. It found that there had been no fraud or corruption involved in the procurement in the multi-billion rand deal. In 2018, 16 counts against him were reinstated. Since then, the former president has been in and out of court. Recently, the NPA has applied to have his case postponed to 2021. However, his lawyers have demanded a speedy trial. Earlier this year, Zuma reiterated that he is eager to have his day in court.
I'm going to court. I've never been scared of going to jail. Even when the apartheid government was in power, I went to jail and got sentenced and was released. Even if the current government arrests me, I'll go to jail.
Analysts believe that the ongoing court case has caused deep divisions for the ANC. But to what extent?
This is an opportunity for former President Jacob Zuma to explain everything that he knows in relation to the arms deal. There is then also a possibility for him to identify individuals within and outside the ANC who were implicated in the arms deal.
This also created a number of tensions because of the selective treatment with some people like Tony Yengeni, who were high-profile cases, prosecuted and having had to serve in prison, and others otherwise not being affected by this. And this in itself created a sense of resentment and the debate around which kind of corruption. And when ANC was factionalized, it further compounded the situation because the notion of relative morality as to who has taken more than the other spread not only within the ANC, into its alliance partners, as well as into the political class at large.
The COVID-19 pandemic has been a stumbling block for court proceedings. But it's only time that will tell if the former president will have his day in court as he's demanded. And there's no doubt that what transpires when proceedings start will have an impact on the governing party. Natasha Phiri, SABC News, Johannesburg.
Do stay tuned to Morning Live. We'll be getting more on the Zuma corruption case in our interview with legal journalist Karen Morn at around about 7:35.